Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my January favorites. I decided to do a January favorites instead of a January wrap-up. I'm going to talk about books, but then I'm going to talk about some of my other favorite things. So I'm kind of going to go along with that song from Sound of Music, like, these are a few of my favorite things. And honestly, the reason that I decided to go this way instead of the typical wrap-up situation is that I don't love wrap-ups. I don't tend to really watch them. It's so totally my opinion. But I decided that I would rather do this to share my favorites from the month, things I've discovered during this month or things that I've really loved and brought back during this month, and share with you more than books, because we all are obviously avid book readers, but there's probably other things we love. So let's first start with the books. So I can kind of post some stats about how my month went somewhere up here. But this month I started using the Pile method from G at Book Roast, and I am utterly in love with it. It takes into effect so much more than, like, because I was just like, this is good, I kind of like these things, I'm going to give it a 3. Or this is amazing, I felt this way, I'm going to give it a 5. So it actually takes Pile, which is characters, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment into effect, and then gives you a score, which that score then can relate to a star count. I'll definitely link her her video about it below because it's life-changing. I wish like everybody on Goodreads would use it so then we all understand each other's systems. I mean, I'm still, obviously every book, every piece of art is subjective, but I love putting it that way. So I ended up with 5 5-stars this month, and 4 of them were actually, and 4 of them were graphic novels. I did a video, which I'll link in the cards, where I read booktubers' favorite books, or favorite graphic novels, Jesus, and I loved it. I'm super new to graphic novels, just started really reading them last year, and loved it. So I gave all 3 volumes of Heartstopper 5 stars. I love the characters, I love the writing, I love the plot, I love the art. It was just, I was like absorbed. I was constantly, because I actually read it through the webcomics, and just absorbed in it, didn't want to do anything but read this comic. So totally love that. The other one was the Tea Dragon Society, which I know is kind of silly to give to 5 stars, but it was just what I needed right when I needed it. I loved the characters, I loved the baby dragons. I love that they like grew tea leaves on them. Like, that is so crazy. I have heard that maybe the second one isn't as amazing, but the first one just gave me all the feels that I needed, and I want to continue on with that graphic novel series because I really did enjoy it. And then the last one actually came from reading booktubers' favorite books, and I haven't talked about this yet. That video is going up in a couple weeks, I think, so I'm going to be vague about it. But it was Well Met by Jen DeLuca, and I loved it. It was so much fun. It was a ride for me. I don't read a ton of contemporary, and I've been getting more into it because I've been following a lot of YouTubers that like it. So I just swooned. And I really decided that I love, like, hate to love. I really like slow burn. Like, give me all those feels up until that final first kiss, and that's enough to make me swoon. I don't even need a good sex scene, because sometimes smutty is a little too much for me, but a good kiss, yes. So I have a few more bookish things first, and then we'll go into my not bookish favorites. I have just started doing, this is just one random book I got that I haven't even read yet, so I can't stand on this one for sure. But I've just gotten into Book of the Month, and honestly I've been loving it. I love the deals. I love the books that they're picking. The February books just came out today, and so I'm so excited to, I'm actually going to get a couple of them, I think. But they're good quality books. The add-ons are $10, which you can't get a nice hardcover for $10. So definitely excited to read this. They had actually brought back like an older book too, so I liked that. Like something I loved years ago, but was able to add to my collection for $10. So loved that. And then the next one is this version of Little Women. I have not read it yet. I know everybody's talking about Little Women right now. Everybody's loving it. But I cannot get over how cute this cover is. So cute. It's done by, I think, what is her name? It's Rifle Paper Company. Anna Bond at Rifle Paper Company did this whole Puffin in Bloom series with him. Love it. I know there's like Heidi and maybe Anna at Green Gables. So I would love to get more of these. So cute. I am excited to read it. It is really chunky, but I'm still super excited to read it. It is just so stinking cute. And the last bookish thing I have is this book sleeve that I love. It's got this amazing minky inside, so soft. It's big enough for like the biggest Harry Potter. It is a Ravenclaw vibes on the front and back here. Super soft, and I actually can stick like my book, my phone, and like my headphones in it depending on what I'm doing. So I really like that. It's got really good quality. It's traveled with me quite a bit. This is from Wildly Bookish. I will link her shop on Etsy, but I love it. And I think maybe it was like $30. Don't quote me on that. Okay, now we're going to move into some of my lifestyle favorites. The first one is this tripod. So it's wrappable. So I actually like was trying goofy places today just to see what I could get it wrapped on, and I wrapped it on a door handle today and it worked really well. So excited to take this on vacation. And I know this is a silly little feature, but I love that you can actually slip the part that you hook your camera on out, so it's easier to screw on and off. But love this. It's lightweight. You know, it doesn't take up much room when you're packing, and it's just kind of funky fun. So really enjoyed this. The next one is my Contigo cup, and it actually is a straw, and it's completely leak proof. So I was really wanting a cup with a straw for the cruise, but I also know that I'm klutzy, or I would spill it if it had a regular straw. So I love this whole system. It's completely, sorry, there's still water in it, but you kind of just twist it off and then you can wash like all the pieces. So I love that too. So it comes into parts, so you can wash everything really well, and it is actually leak proof. I've tried it out a couple of times, really love it. So I'm super excited to travel with this on the cruise. And speaking of the cruise, the other thing I got for the cruise was this backpack from Amazon, and I will link it below. I love it. So there's like a big pocket here and then a big pocket here, but inside the big pocket is also a wet dry bag. So you could stick your swimsuit in there and not get everything else wet, or if you're hiking. And the other amazing thing is that it actually fits back into this pocket. So you can get it all the way down to that size. So if you don't want to necessarily carry it on the plane, you can throw it in your backpack for later. It's got really nice pockets on the side for your water bottles. I actually packed my son and I for a weekend in this bag, so definitely loving it. Great quality, and I believe I paid $20.99. So I will definitely be linking all these items below, and it comes in a ton of different colors. And then the last two are kind of more beauty related, or let's say self-care related, because they're not makeup. The first one is these Fortify. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little better. By Pixie. They are just under eye patches, and I got them at Target. They just feel amazing. They kind of give that extra plumpness to the skin under the eyes. I feel like I'm consistently tired, so I love these. I feel like they're a great self-care idea. And finally is Sleepy by Lush. I love this lotion. It is lavender and tonka lotion. I actually use it more than at night because I love it so much. But it's lavender, but it doesn't have that generic lavender smell. And then whatever the tonka is, which I need to obviously do some research on it, it just gives it a more earthy smell. So I really love it. I use it on my son all the time. I know that they use like the scent in a couple other things, but I really love it. I feel like it's so calming, and it almost could wear like a perfume. I love it, especially if my skin is wet. So putting it on after going to the pool or the shower is my favorite, because it seems to just really absorb better then. But I just feel like it's such a good item, and I'm assuming anything in this line of their body lotions is as good. But so that's those are my favorites for January. I'm excited to continue, and I'll, you know, like I said, put up some stats about all I've read in the month. I did 26 books in the month of January, so I'm pretty proud of myself that I did quite a few. I know a lot of them were audiobooks. But yeah, once again, I can pop up some stats. If you haven't used G's method, I totally encourage you to click on the link below and try it out. It's amazing. And please share with me what your favorite bookish and non-bookish find for January is. I'd love it if you hang out and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.